Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hello again. So in the last episode we took this car for a test drive. It was successful. Really happy about that. So now what we need to do is tackle the rear drivetrain. Bushings are worn out, it's crusty, just needs to be fully rebuilt. So we're going to pull it out, replace the bushings, spray it and put it back in the car, and after that all we've left to do is tackle the brakes. So I think we should get to it. Here's one of the trailing arms. It's absolutely disgusting. First job is, let's get this bearing out. No. Absolutely seasoned. There we go. Fine. These are the tools we're going to use to remove the bearing. It's from this kit here. It's cheap, but it does the job. So what you want to do is you want to put this one on this side. This is the side we're going to be pushing down on, and then this big cylinder goes here to catch the bearing when it's coming down. You want to make sure that it's bigger than the opening, so the bearing has space to move down. Let's see it. Ugh. Ugh. It's probably going to break. Oh yeah. Bearings are out. Next step is to wire wheel these trailing arms, and we're going to press out the bushings in the press, because the tool I have here is not strong enough to get these out. They're just seized inside. BMW. Finally, 4 hours later, it's good enough for priming. It's not perfect, but I just wanted to show you guys that you can do it without no special tools like sandblasters, anything, a grinder, and a wire wheel. It's going to look fine with some good primer, black paint, top notch. Weight reduction. Every gram counts when you're building a race car. Now, using some magic, we're going to sand trailing arm number 2. Voila! Well, these are the tools we're going to use to press the bushings in. They're decent enough, bit cheap, but they do the job. You wouldn't use them to take old ones out because they're too weak. I've tried to do it before and I've literally snapped the little bearings that go here, and they got wedged in here. So too much pressure is not good, but for pressing in new ones, it's ideal. Now, so when you get your bushing, make sure you get the right size cups. The one where the bushing travels into, and the one you push with. Make sure you're pushing on the outer lip, not to damage the bushing. Stick that through, stick the bushing through, stick the cup through, and screw this in. Just spin this around so you can see what's happening. There we go. Now we're pretty centered up. And start screwing. You want to make sure that both ends stick out evenly. So this one is around 4mm, and this one's around 4mm. So that's that now. And it's the very same process for every other bushing. Oh. So that's the bushings pressed in. I'm going to do the same for the other side. It's the very same process, so there's no point showing it. And then we're going to press in the wheel bearings. So these are the bits we need. We have the bearings, fag ones, which are supposed to be what BMW use, and the bearing press kit as well. You can get that online in the same shop. Now it's the same for the bearings as it is for the bushing. So you want to find one that's pushing on the outer lip, like that, and that goes in here as well, because it'll be pushed into about here. And on the other end, you want to get a flat piece that's sitting on the inside, so it's not stopping the bearing from going in fully. Stick this in there, get a bit of oil. Oh. Push it in, so it's nice and flush, or square. And get the going in. That's good. Well, still smooth. We didn't damage anything. It's seated perfectly here. So now we need to put the circlip in. Oh, circlip pliers. Make sure you wear goggles, because if this springs out, could end badly for you. And push it in with the screwdriver fully. Yeah, there we go. I'm not going to press the hubs in yet. I'm going to do them after I paint it, because I want to spray this edge here so that it doesn't start bubbling out and rusting. All the bits are prepped for priming, all hanging up. I have a little heater going here because it's cold outside. Just the paint will stick better. So yeah, time to mix up the primer and spray it. That's the primer we're going to use. It's very good for parts that are not sandblasted, where there's a little bit of rust left here and there. It kind of turns the rust purple and then black. It's you wouldn't even need to paint over it, but it's kind of like a clear, so it'll just look nicer with the black on top. The next day now, and everything is dried out, dry to the touch. You just have to be careful. Came out really nice compared to what it was. So yeah, now it's time for dust shields and hubs, and then we can throw the both sides into the car. The diff as well, that came out very nice. Perfect. Dust shield on carefully. Hub. Okay, that's perfect. So we place the hub in here. She's moving in, okay. Nice and easy. Wow. Smooth operation. I'm going to torque this when it's in the car. I'll put it up, I'll see the right height, and I'll drop it out, and then I'll torque it, because if I torque it now and it sits down, it's just going to rip the bushing. Okay, need to put this out and this out. Hey! Everything else under here looks okay. The pockets look okay. I'm gonna give them a wire wheel and I'm just gonna paint over it, maybe even with a brush, just so it doesn't rot out after a while. It seems okay. All painted. I painted it with a brush because it lays on thicker and it'll probably last longer than if I was spraying it. I would like to do this subframe, but next time. While I'm waiting for this pocket to dry out, I'm going to start taking apart the driver's side. Ugh. I changed my mind. I can't let the subframe look like this. So I'm gonna take it out, I'm gonna sand it, and I'm gonna paint it. Because the front subframe is painted, all the front is fresh. Where now I'm gonna freshen everything up, and I can't leave the subframe like this. I'll be having sleepless nights over it if I just let it let it stay like this. The handbrake head. It's left side out. Oh, the right side. And now we just need to loosen off the 4 main bolts and out. Oh yeah. It actually doesn't look too bad under here. A little bit of surface rust here, a little bit there. That's waxed because that was replaced. I replaced the pipe there, and I just waxed this because they usually just corrode and then it's impossible to open. Yeah, a little bit of corrosion on these brackets, a little bit here. There's no cracks on the mounts. That's a good sign. Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, so we don't need to do no welding yet. This one out, bam, just like that. Just like that. And this one. There's 1, 2. And subframe is ready for sanding. And here we have the E46 rear drivetrain. All sanded, painted, looking very, very spicy. Nice and heavy. Where are you? Catch one. Catch 2. And subframe is in. Very quick. I'm going to leave it hanging down a bit because I have more space to get the nuts on the back of these for the control arms. Oh, wrong side. Yeah, it's in. I'll just hold that with my head. Okay. Now. Okay. That should go in relatively smoothly for us now, if I have everything done right. Too much angle. It's gonna be bang on. Yeah. Whew. Keep the nut on it so we don't lose it. Catch it. Bolts. shouldn't be too difficult. Okay. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to raise this up with the jack up the right height. This has to go up by 140 mil to be at right height, so somewhere here. And then I'm going to mark it here, release that, drop that down, and torque that bushing inside here, because there's no other way to do it. Because if I torque it before I put it in, it'll end up just ripping it out. Perfect. To mark the angle of this, what way I need to torque it, is I'm going to just measure this distance here, which is from there to there is 18 millimeters. So now when I drop this down, I'll just make sure that's 18 millimeters and torque it. Oh yeah. Oh. Nice and tight. Check this again. 18. Perfect. Now I can jack it back up and tighten it. Okay, nearly there. I need to eat more. Oh, there we go. Make sure it's seated properly. There we go. Oh. I put the wheel on so that I could just set up the toe in and toe out. I just set it out to toe out maximum. Seems to be aligned with the body, but it'll have to be tracked anyway. And I'm gonna adjust these as well so the camber somewhat looks okay. And now I'm gonna torque this. So this side is more or less complete. The only thing left to do here is the sway bar brackets, and the sway bar has to be put on, and the caliper and the caliper brackets, but I'm going to be painting all them and refurbishing the calipers. So I'm going to leave them off for now. So just repeat the same for the other side and follow the same sequence. Time to fit the sway bar. Nice shiny bracket. We put the bracket in here, make sure this face is facing to the middle of the car. There we go. Nice and tight. Make sure this one is tight, yes. Repeat for the other side. Sway bar. Rubber bushings. 2. Caps on. I'm gonna leave this hanging because can't get the diff in if it's up there. Oh, the half shaft. Beautiful. Other half shaft. There we go. And finally, the diff. I'll just put a few rags here so we don't scratch it too bad. Oh jeez. Oh, it's so heavy. Whew! That's a workout. One. That's two. There we go. There's the drive shaft. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh. Just like that. Is in. Oops. No, that's in the neutral position. And we're gonna push it forward evenly. That'll be fully too much. This aluminium bracket. With a heat shield. Oh, yeah. Oh, just make sure it's not hitting off at anything. That's the rear drivetrain put back together. Everything is torqued, painted, looks nice and shiny. I'm really happy with it. So now what we have left to do is take the calipers, rebuild them, paint the discs, put them all back together. So this is where I'm going to wrap up this video, and next week I will release a new one with me fixing the brakes and putting them back onto the car. So everybody, thanks for watching. Really appreciate all the likes and the comments and the subscribers, and I hope to see you all next week again. Peace out.